Bob was at the art school at the time, and I was working as a chef in a restaurant in the kitchen. We would talk about an imaginary band and the concept of this band and what it would do. And that's what Franz Ferdinand.
When you guys started the band, I would say 22 years ago or so, or 25, what were your expectations? You decided to form a band thinking that what could happen?
No, I think there's two expectations in your head at the same time. I'd been in bands before, and whenever we'd even got anywhere near releasing a record, it would be like 500 45s, 500 singles. You'd maybe sell 20 of them, and the rest of them would sit in boxes under your bed. And so I was expecting something like that in a realistic sort of way. Like that the pragmatist was saying, yes, it's going to be another band, that does that. But part of me was thinking as well, like, we're going to be the Beatles. So like that's part of it. And so like, and the reality was we were somewhere in between. It surprised me when it went so crazy, and it was both what I expected it to be and not what I expected it to be simultaneously. Like, it's funny, do you know one of the things that I found really weird was meeting famous people and realizing that they were very ordinary. That was a big shock, and a very good example. Like, I love that. And what I wanted to tell my friends about more than anything else, see David Bowie, he's just like a guy. I wanted to be somebody who made that great thing that had an impact on the world. And why did I want to do that? Because I wanted to feel like I mattered. And why did I want to feel like I mattered? Because it was probably a point in my life where I felt like I didn't matter. And I think that's probably common to a lot of artists. I've got a son at the moment. My son's just a little over a year old. And his reaction to music is that, like, he adores music and he knows how to. I had an old EP with Satisfaction by the Rolling Stones on it. And like, he loved it. And he was like really, really into it. And I could see his reaction was instinctive. But the song that came afterwards, I don't know, it's some obscure, really crap song that happened to be on the same EP by the Rolling Stones. He can't speak, but he kind of started pointing at the record player, going, no, 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 no. I'm trying to think what it was like, because without being funny, it's like 20 years that I've been in a band that people know who the band is, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to think what it's like, what it was like before that, and what I imagined it would be like before that. I knew that it wasn't going to be the answer to every problem in my life, and I knew that everything that was wrong would still stay wrong, and that proved to be correct as well. Part of the exciting thing about being an artist is you don't know where you're going to go next, but I also want to make sure that our identity stays true. I want people that, like, in 20 years' time, if I'm still making records, I want them to sound like Franz Ferdinand records. I don't want them to sound like something else. Having said that, I don't want to know what it's going to be like. I like the surprises in all walks of life. I like to be surprised. I don't like it to be too predictable.
Cine, música, series, libros, teatro, artes plásticas, gastronomía, todo el mundo de la cultura y el entretenimiento aquí en El Tiempo. Suscríbase al canal de YouTube del Tiempo, que además es gratis, y le mandamos notificaciones de nuevos videos.